Okay, I think we're in business.
Guys.
Okay.
Dude.
Oh, we're here.
Don't move a fucking muscle. Like, literally,
I'm not
don't move a muscle.
like, I don't think you're allowed to use this blanket anymore.
No.
Okay.
You use the blanket.
We can't
I'll
move.
sit in the cold.
Oh, you guys.
Okay, you can pull the mic further if you want to.
Yeah, let's just...
Emotional support mic.
I need to stay right here.
No. You can pull it further.
Oh, I'm like, you're right. It should be in my mouth. Okay.
Because it's good. Yeah. That's fine.
Someone's hearing me scream. Okay. Let's start from the beginning. Hi, guys. Welcome back to Confessions of a Desi Drama Queen.
Welcome.
We are your drama queens, and we're finally back after what feels like a really long time.
I feel like we say that every time, but actually this time.
No, this time has felt the longest.
And we're in a new space. So, backstory, when the podcast was, like, when I was just doing the podcast solo dolo, this is the den in our apartment, like mine and Moosey's apartment, and the purpose of this den and like the wallpaper and everything was to be like a vibe for the podcast. And then Amna and I started doing it together, obviously, and we're like, let's go in studio. We're bougie bitches. We needed like a good studio. But then, I mean, not to say that we won't still go in and out of studio, but we were like, you know what? Like, I am post-op recovering, and we thought we'd be in bed. We'd do a little cozy episode.
No. Okay, backtracking. One, literally look at where we are. Like, look at this gorgeous setup. Like, the setup alone is just, like,
We hope you guys like it.
Please tell us.
Please tell us what you think.
Don't tell us if you like the other one better. Which, again, we probably will end up back in studio. We're fully gaslighting ourselves. Like, it's going to take us a couple hours, guys. This is our third day day attempt. We tried this, and then we were like, okay, no, we'll do it Friday. Friday comes along, we do the setup. I slept over last night. This morning, we're like, we've gone to Target 3 times.
I know. Today when we went to go get our last, like, adapter, also, we're becoming, like, IT people. We're becoming contractors. Amna's moving everything around. I'm, like, almost about to faint trying to, like, do things. Like, we are just putting on all the hats and trying to figure it out, and the way you should have seen us like a couple hours ago. We are beat down.
We're burnt out. We're burnt out. And we started at such a high. Yeah. We were like, oh my God, it's so cute. We had our coffee. This is at like 9 a.m. We're like, we're going to do so good.
My coffee's like sweating, has like a hair on it.
We're at like, it's like almost 4 p.m. now.
Literally.
We're like fighting for our lives. And this gorgeous setup, I was so convinced because, as you guys know, and if you don't know, if you haven't seen our stories, which we're going to talk about, Sana had a procedure, which is why we are not in studio. We're in our home studio. Mm-hmm. And I was like, yeah, we'll just lay in bed, Sana. Like, we'll just lay in bed. And then it just started building. Which
is just the problem. It's just what we do. We almost bought a $1,000 lens to be We were like, what? And we were trying to overnight everything.
Yeah, I did. I got like the big reflector, and we didn't get that in time. But then I slept over. We even tried to get guy not to pick it up. We're like, hey, you're passing my house,
and then all of that, and then we just, we got the studio set up, and like our goal was like eventually we'll have a little studio set up, but give us dude. I don't know what happens, but we're like, we could do it right now, like the two of us together, our minds together, like
Which we're learning. We just fully thought that this would take us like 2 hours max, and we're like 3 days in. So
we're here. Wait, fun fact though about this wallpaper. It's from Anthropology, and it's so cute. Like in the den all around, there's like other parts of it too. But the first time my mom came and saw this wallpaper, she was like, "Sana, you painted that?" And I was like, "Mom."
I was like, you should have said yes. I absolutely
did. If I could paint this, why would you have been trying to send me to med school? If I could paint like this, and then she was like mad at me for not believing in myself. Yeah. She's like, Sana, you can paint like that. I was like, what are you talking about?
We love the support though.
Yeah. It was very sweet. And then this is like my little workstation normally.
Stunning.
But it's been a studio for like the last few days, and we literally keep coming in like, this feels right.
It's
home. Feels homey. I mean, we are home.
Yeah.
But yeah, so tell us what you guys think. But
yeah, because this is like it's just so good.
And this is us assuming that the episode's gonna go smooth. Everything's gonna work out. You might watch this and it be like no audio.
One of us might be whispering.
It might be fuzzy.
There's no one behind the camera.
There's no one behind the camera.
Stop recording.
This could not even be recording. No, there's a red light, so we know it's recording. But we're getting like real, just like
DIY, like real. And it's so funny because Sana literally turned into the guy from Kim Possible, like on the computer, and she's like naming camera lenses to me, and I'm like, am I supposed to know this information? Like, obviously, like, do your homework, Amna. Like, and she's like, yeah, we need this lens, this camera. If we stack it versus like horizontal, and then we use this pixelation, I'm like, okay. And then
no, but at the same time,
then it's like,
we have to put the tripod together or the lights together, and I open the bag because it's like physical, like using your brain to put furniture and shit together, and I'm like, I just fully drill blank. I was like, I can't.
No,
like,
so
I don't even know what to do with
you
this.
You did it with such confidence where we're having a full conversation. We're on our second Target run, and she's opening the tripod thing. She fully like making eye contact. You take it apart and you're like, yeah, and then we'll probably do this and then we'll do that. And I'm watching you take it apart and then you're like, I'm having a hard time with this. Can you try it? And I just put it back together again.
No, but even like the tripod like wouldn't go up, and I'm like, I think this is the max, and you're like, no, Sana, you have to open it and then extend.
I've never felt more masculine and feminine at the same time.
No, literally same.
And then I hope you guys are noticing something different about me.
Even I was like, what?
Because this morning,
oh my god, you guys!
Sana took off this little tip of my eyebrow. Obviously, it's like all the rage, right?
No,
to like
guys,
take off the tip of your eyebrow.
Revolutionary because
I feel like I got Botox.
Basic eyebrows will generally go like arch, right? And anybody that does our eyebrows threaded, they usually follow your arch and they follow your eye down. I was like, we were talking about it yesterday, and Amna was like, I've always wanted it to be lifted. And I'm like, yeah, because the way she was holding her eyebrow up, I'm like, if you just cut out the bottom, like, we could really lift and play with this. And please.
And when my eyebrow lady asks me, or like, I'm too scared to ask this of my eyebrow lady that I've been going to for months now. I'm like, okay, I finally have someone that I like. And obviously I always tell her like, go natural, but I like thinner and I like a strong arch. But my eyebrows are barely sisters. They're like third cousin, second removed.
They are.
Like,
and she doesn't really fuck with her eyebrows.
I'm
like,
not
this
good
is not
at
my
eyebrows.
My eyebrows are not my business.
No, like I'll like, obviously I want them clean,
of
and
course.
then I use gel.
But you're not doing like I'm doing geometry on my eyebrows.
No,
like
Sana's doing like a
which is, I know it's a problem, but like I have to. But you will just like
no, and I love that because you do it so beautifully. But I was so scared, and then today, like without hesitation, you were like, "Do you want me to just like take off the ends?" And I'm like, "Yeah." And then as she's doing it, I'm like, "Do more, do more, keep going." Like you could have gone all the way through, and I'd be like, "Yep."
So we did. We did like we. By the way, I have no qualifications.
No, you do.
And besides like threading girls' eyebrows in Nicaragua on like a mission trip, like and Turkey, like I have no qualifications to be doing people's eyebrows, but like I literally imagine you guys if we're fully like they're so cute and everybody's like, what the fuck did you do?
It's like pointed upwards, and I'm like, guys, anything we love about me work. Yeah, or worse, you guys notice nothing, and it's like I don't see a difference.
And we're like, her eyes have been lifted.
I'm like, I got Botox, essentially a whole cat eye treatment. Bella Hadid, I'm coming for you,
dude. But seriously, if you're struggling with if you're one of those, which is literally us, where you're holding and you're like, I just wish it could be a little like, I just wish if your eyebrows are coming down like so, they're gonna. Like Amna literally has a video. We'll put it on the story.
Yeah, we'll put it on our story and we'll try to attach it to this.
When we cut off the eyebrow at the end, it basically like lifted her face up, and on the other side you can see that it's like getting pulled down.
So again, I don't know what I look like on camera right now. We're gonna find out. Hopefully you guys notice something. If you don't say anything. Don't keep it to yourself. Yeah. But if you do, tell me. Okay. So, also, another caveat, we don't know how much time we have right now.
Yeah, we don't
know. This might be like a hard cut to us being like, ha-ha, and then like cut to different outfit, different hair, different day.
It might be.
We
don't know when and where this footage is going to go, but we know it's going to be in it. We're just please understand, we're really trying to figure out.
We're really doing our best here. So, That's all the warning signs. That's everything we can give you guys.
Whatever happens next is none of our business.
Yeah, we're so sorry. Okay, let's get into what we need to talk about. We have so much to talk about.
I know.
We have so much to talk about, and we do have a confession. But because we're stressed about our time, should we...
Let's start with the most important topic.
Love Island.
Love Island. Post Love Island.
Guys.
The Islanders are back on the mainland.
And obviously the fibroids are a big one that we have to talk about. And we will. I hope everyone understood that. I knew that as a joke. Sana for real thought that Love Island was the most important thing.
I completely... Yeah. We'll talk about my surgery at some point, but we have to talk about...
just because it just happened.
Yeah. And we don't even need to talk... I'm like, everybody's talked about Love Island. We're all collectively so happy it's over because it was taking over our lives. And I'm like, what did we do when television was just like 7 p.m. every day? It was like...
I loved it though.
I know. But the way every day is like, guys, we have to catch up because the problem is the internet is so scary. I follow, like, you know when you sign up for text for like a boutique or like a online shopping, whatever, brand, and they'll like text you like discounts or whatever. Sometimes I forget to like unsubscribe myself from it. So I have one from this company, 12th Tribe, and I like their clothes sometimes. So thank God I had watched the finale, but the morning after the finale, the Love Island finale.
Spoiler alert.
This
whole episode.
You've been seeing it though. But like literally the text was if our winner Amaya was dressing from 12th Tribe, this is what we would put her in. And I'm like, why? It's like, it's not even like further in the text, so you see the preview when you look at your, iMessage like list of tags. So I'm like, you guys are dirty.
Wow.
You guys are dirty. You think I've watched this show for 2 full fucking months for this random text to be the way that I find out Amaya Papaya is the winner? That's so fucking annoying.
Yeah, that would have sent me.
Yeah.
That would have sent me because I couldn't watch the finale right when it came out. We were at a friend's house and Abdus kept trying to be funny and be like, I know who the winner is. And I was like, shut up, don't tell me.
Not playing.
Do not. And I have never avoided social media so easily where I was like, I'm absolutely not opening social media because if I see it, I'm going to be so mad that I saw it.
I'm also the same person that if I watch the finale on time, I want to go online and I want to see discourse immediately.
Speaking of that, now that it's over, I am going to miss because we both had a go-to person to go to right after every episode. I just forgot the name of the guy.
Who's yours?
Oh my God, what's his name? I'm going to find his name and maybe include it in a text or whatever.
Mine is Speedy. I freaking love Speedy. Every day after an episode, I would go to his page. He's got his cute ass, cuddly ass blanket on. And I'm like, what you got to say?
Mine is, oh my God, what's his name? I'm trying to find him.
You'll find him.
Hold on. Okay, there's Speedy. I watched his video and liked it. And then where is... Maybe
scrolling pretty far.
Sorry.
How much have you been brain rotting?
Following. Okay. Sort by latest.
I didn't know you could do that.
Yeah. Okay, I think it's from the...
While you're looking, by the way, guys, we were talking to our friends last night, and I was like saying how I randomly have like anxiety. Not even anxiety that's kind of intense, but like when I see my DMs, like I'll see what people message, but sometimes I'm like, oh, it's just too much. Like when I have time, I'll sit and go through it, but then that time just never comes, so they just keep piling. But I love when people like when I talk to people, but I just have been like bad about like opening them, and then I just go through a phase of just not opening the DMs. But I was telling one of my friends that like sometimes if I open it but I like don't want to deal with it right away, I'll just unread it, and she was like, you can do that?
Yeah.
And I was like, yeah. So if you didn't know that on your Instagram stories, you can like swipe this way and it'll right or left, try it, and it'll let you unread the message. But yeah, Did you find it?
Yes, his name is Not Wilden.
Okay, can I see?
Yes, you've definitely seen him before.
Yeah.
And I feel like
he's the other person. What's his name, though? He's the other guy who always had good takes or, like, decent takes on it. I
don't know his name, but I started following him, and it became, like, a ritual where afterwards, immediately, I'll have to go see his takes. Even if I agree, don't agree.
Yeah, I just want to know what he says.
Yeah, I just want to know what he says. But now that it's over, we all are touching grass. We're remembering
they're touching grass. We're touching grass.
They're wearing clothing. It's really nice seeing them not in bathing suits.
It's really nice seeing Nick and Alandria be like just so like their responses, their coming on camera, everything that they've been doing post the island, I'm just like fully eating it up. I'm fully eating it up. But Amaya and Huda were both on Call Her Daddy.
Yes.
Which people were like talking about for so long, like right before the finale. Who's going to get the initial interview? Is it going to be like, you know, Nick Viall does a lot of the Islanders and stuff too, reality people. It was like people were wondering who Nick is going to have on first, who Alex from Call Her Daddy is going to have on first, and then who the two, what's the Broke Chicks or whatever, that podcast?
Oh, yes. I don't know the name right now.
Yeah, but those three podcasts, basically, everybody was like, who's going to get who? Basically, who's Alex going to want immediately after? Because last year, if you watch season 6, the first person she had coming out of the villa on the show was Rob, and then the second person she had was Leah. So everyone this year, or like everyone was curious about season 7, who from the Islanders and the cast is she going to want to have on like immediately after, because this season was like so watched.
Yeah.
So it's just like a big thing. Is it going to be... But anyways, so the first person Alex Cooper has on is Amaya. And that was like a cute, fun interview. And then the second person she has on is Huda. And we haven't discussed
at all. We've watched it separately. We haven't discussed. It's one of the reasons why it took us so long to even start recording right now.
Yeah.
Because we were going to record. We had watched Amaya's, and then we saw that Huda's interview was going to come out, but she didn't say when.
Yeah, Alex was like just saying it's going to come tonight, and we were like,
we obviously
we were fully set up, but like we're set up better now.
Oh yeah, we thought we were set up, but we are just have been adding. It's actually worked out that we waited as much as we did because we got to fix all these little technical issues.
100%, yeah.
But okay,
so we haven't discussed it, but we both watched Huda's interview on Call Her Daddy, the whole 2 hour. Blah, blah, blah.
Okay. We're just jumping straight into it. I feel like Amaya's interview was fun, lighthearted, super cute, but I don't feel like it went in as deep into background and family and life and how you got from point A to point B as much as it did with Huda, obviously. Yeah. Right? And I feel like everyone's like, either you love Huda or you hate Huda. She's like the most polarizing person from Call Her Daddy. Not Call Her Daddy. The most polarizing person from Love Island. So her episode was longer and it went more in depth. So that's like just first observation right off the bat, that I feel like I wish Amaya's was a little bit more in depth too, you know?
Okay, yeah. I will say I feel like with Amaya's it was very like question answer. And maybe they edited it that way to get as much information to people as possible, but like I liked the pace of Huda's more. Some people I saw were saying like, okay, she's taking like this long to give an answer. I like that. I like when people like, okay, well, I wanted to tell you this, but also let me tell you that that's fine for. I don't think it has to be like, I'll answer the question in 60 seconds or less. It's a podcast.
Yeah, I like hearing the beginning, the middle, and then the end, and then we circle back, which is obviously what we do here. We're like, we love that. So yeah, I like when there's more context because I also feel like it tells a lot more about the person versus like just question answer.
Yeah. Also, like for anybody that doesn't watch current day Call Her Daddy, like. That is something she does in general. Like most people that she interviews, she's like, tell me about your childhood. That's like very common because people were like, oh, why'd she start with her childhood instead of like just I don't know what. And I was like, that's how she starts most interviews. So I didn't get that. But anyways, it was longer, but we have so much to say about it.
Yeah. I feel like apparently, did you see that Alandria and Shelly are no longer following Huda after her interview?
Really?
Yes.
No, I didn't see that.
Yes. And a lot of people are upset with Huda because they're like, Shelly and Alandria have been receiving a lot of hate.
For what?
Just being called Huda's bullies, right? And just in general, like everyone's been so like fixated on Huda that they are, and all like the Huda stans are coming for Alandria and Shelly, saying that they were mean to her.
Wait, I didn't know that.
And they're getting really racist with it. So a lot of people were saying, and I haven't seen season 6, but a lot of people were saying that when Leah came out, when a lot of people were defending Leah and they were sending racist comments and hateful comments to the two
Serena
other girls.
And Janae.
Yes, that Leah came out with a statement and was like, these are my friends, like I do not condone any kind of hate towards them, blah, 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 blah. And everyone's like, Huda's not doing that. Huda's not like yes, this is what me and my friends went through, but I still love them. And like, I don't like that people are coming at them. Like, she's almost getting, I don't want to say like hyped up or like taking it even further. She's just not saying that. And so a lot of people are like, that's weird that you're not saying that.
Especially for Olandria, because her and Olandria seemed...
Exactly.
I don't know about with her and Shelly, because that was obviously like weird anyway. I don't think they liked each other. It seemed to me like Shelly and Sierra didn't like Huda.
Yeah.
Doesn't seem like it seemed like they were closer and they didn't like Huda. But with Olandria, 100%, because that's someone who's been there for her every time, up or down. Like, that's bogus.
Yeah, that's someone she's saying is she's
but
still
that's
very
sad
close
that
to.
I can't believe that happened. I didn't know that.
Yeah, and we'll have to double check and confirm if that's still the case now. But
yeah, because I kept seeing on trending, but sometimes the things on trending are like
not
batshit crazy.
true.
But it was saying that Nick unfollowed Huda too, and I was like, really?
You know what? I could just check it right now.
Yeah, you could.
And
just check it
also,
right now.
Kiki Palmer is going to interview somebody, and
yes,
she didn't specify who.
It's gonna be Olandria.
I hope so.
It's gotta be Olandria.
I hope it's Olandria.
I really hope
Shelley.
so too, because I'm like confused. Even Alex having Amaya and Huda, I totally get it, but I'm like, how do you not want Nick and Olandria on? I keep feeling like that's what people are talking about.
Really? Most. Okay, I don't know how to see who Shelly, because I can't see who Shelly is following.
You were gonna check if Nick was following, right?
No. Shelly, is she following Huda? No, she's not. Nick is okay. So confirm that Shelly's not following Huda. Nick is following Huda.
Okay.
And let's double check Olandria. Shelly.
Of course.
She's not following Huda.
Yikes.
So Huda and Shelly are not following.
No, Olandria
and Shelly are not following Huda. Nick still is, and a lot of people feel it's like because of what she said on the podcast, Call Her Daddy, about being bullied and being alone and contradicting herself. And also people are frustrated with Huda because they're like, you are not telling people not to hate on girls who you claim you're really close to, type of a thing.
I do feel like whatever Huda was gonna do was just gonna be like a clusterfuck. Like either she was gonna there was in no world, like Leah's situation was just very different, I feel like, but in no world was Huda gonna get love only. And the way that she explained herself in the interview, one, I do love that Alex had her on, that like Huda's Palestinian and like her mom is Muslim. I don't know. I know maybe that's like, okay, well, duh, that she would have her on, but I'm like, I'm just glad that it's like at the end of the day, she is
Palestinian.
Yeah, she's Palestinian, but like I even mean the Muslim thing. Like I don't know if she claims herself as Muslim or not, but like her mom is hijabi and Muslim, and saying that her mom is really religious. I mean, I don't know hijabi or not, but that her mom is like really religious. So I'm like, it's cool to at least hear someone talk about it. Also, all of us being like, how did you get away with getting pregnant?
Yeah, and getting on the show. The episode when the parents came and they're like, we're so proud of you guys. I'm like, okay, either I'm really unhealed or like you know, like either we're on one end of the spectrum, because I'm like, my parents would have beat my ass. My parents would have been like, my parents wouldn't even come.
I don't know a single person whose parents are Muslim, Arab or Desi, whose parents would be okay with their child doing one of the days on Love Island.
Yeah.
One.
No challenge.
No
Not even
challenge. Walking in your fucking bikini. Are you insane?
Yeah. I did see on a live, though, that Huda said that she does not claim to be any one religion, but she has, like, a relationship with God, and so obviously we all know she was raised
But then why
Muslim.
is she wearing an Allah necklace? If you don't claim any religion, why are you literally claiming the religion?
Maybe she still feels like maybe she still
I don't know, dude.
I think feels connected
weird.
to it.
Maybe, but then you don't claim. I don't know. I feel like that's weird. Like,
yeah,
that's weird.
I saw a lot of people bring that up too, and I got nervous because in one of the challenges she put a necklace in her mouth, and I'm like, which one is it? Which one is it? I'm not saying she did that Allah one for sure, but I just remembered that she was wearing one, so
it doesn't matter. She's wearing the Allah necklace and she's like shaking ass.
I mean, but I would rather she do that than put the Allah necklace in her mouth and then make out with somebody. That's like
no. It's all just really, really too much.
Going back to her interview, I liked. And I feel like everything about her childhood and her past, like, I like that there was context to that. I think it was important. I feel like when it comes to the show, there are things that I feel like she's valid for feeling, but there's a lot of things that I do personally think she's contradicting herself in, you know? And I'm not someone who hates Huda, but I don't love Huda. Like, there are moments where I'm like, honestly, I can't say I would do anything different. Like, if I'm having an argument with a man, I can't pretend like you're not going to get so mad and you might cuss or whatever it is, right?
Yeah.
Granted, that's like 3 days in and I'm talking like long-term relationship, you know?
Completely agree. Like, when her crash out is completely not okay towards Jeremiah. The words, the way that she was fighting was not okay. It's not okay in general, I know, but like for having been in a relationship for like 3 days.
Yeah.
But best believe I've been in fights where I've said fucked up shit.
Yeah.
Or and been like so mad and talking. Like I've been that way. I know most girls I know have had a moment like that, if not many. Like if you're with someone for a long time, if you're mad, that comes out. I will say, I feel like in watching the whole interview, dude, I was like, oh my God, this version of her in her 20s, she's really like lost right now, but in a way that like I can, not like to her degree I'm saying, but I'm just saying like I can remember being in my early 20s and just like not understanding accountability, not understanding that like I don't know, there's
boundaries
just a lot
there's a lot she has to learn.
And
there's a lot she has to learn.
Exactly. And every time I watch her on screen, I'm like, oh, like 30 to 35-year-old Huda is gonna look back at this Huda and be like, oh my God, you were so young and stupid and the things coming out of your mouth don't make sense. Yeah. But she's not gonna get that right now, you know?
Yeah. And I do feel, again, like not saying that valid, but there is some level of validity of being like, you're young, you're arguing. Also, you know, it's a different environment. I can also empathize with that me being me, if you sent me to the villa, one, you could never send me to the villa. That would be my personal hell. Two, because I'm like, you want me to go up there bathing suit?
You want me to eat what these guys are making every single morning?
And not bloat?
Are they washing the dishes
and
properly?
Not bloat and then make out with everybody? Just raw dog. Ugh, no, I can't. But I'm like so invested. But I feel like, oh my God, what was I going to say?
You were saying like if you were in the villa.
Oh, I was going to say if I was in the villa, I can't say that like emotions are high. You've been like quarantining, like you get connected with somebody. So I say all of that to say that I get that. But I think where Huda is kind of shooting herself in the foot is with as much as she's saying I feel like she's contradicting herself in the way she's describing the relationships she formed with the other girls in the villa. Because I do think that... Oh, my phone fell. Sorry, guys. I do think that she's downplaying how much the girls did do for her. She's not acknowledging how much the girls did root for her or did try to be like, oh, maybe not. Like, even if it was from someone who she's saying
that makes a lot of sense. Because she basically was like, Amaya was nice to me and nobody else was nice to me. But I do feel like, and I just want to clarify that when I was talking earlier about like when Huda's older and she looks back, I'm talking about even in the way she responded in the interview. Like, I think when she's older, she's going to be like, what am I saying? Like, like the way I feel about when I look at my Instagram captions or like a text message from my 20s where I'm like, what the fuck are you saying? But like, to your point, I completely agree because she basically came out and was like, oh, Amaya was my friend and was so nice to me. But even Amaya was coming in trying to take my man. Dude, the funniest thing to me about the interview was watching every scene that Huda's like, I haven't watched the show at all.
Oh, yeah.
I haven't watched the show at all. I have no idea. But then she's like, but then did you see in the episode before the finale episode, did you see that? You saw that, right? And I'm like, but did you watch it or did you not? Or she'd be like, oh, I don't know if they showed you guys this, but it's like a scenario like Chris, for example, not helping her walk in the water. She's like, I don't know if they showed this or not, but like he didn't help me walk. And we're all like, yeah, no, like we know, like
we saw it the way
it's almost like validating the opposite of what she's hoping it's validating,
which is what's frustrating. Because I'm like, I can empathize and understand why you're feeling the way you're feeling.
Yeah, some of her feelings are super valid.
They're super valid,
but
right?
Some of the things, it's like
it's the way she's describing it and us having seen what we've seen,
and then her validating, like, did you guys see that? And describing it exactly the way we saw it, where we're like, yeah, we saw Amaya trying to take, but like, she's like, can you believe she was trying to take my man? And we're like,
but it's not matching the words that are coming out of her mouth exactly, but we know the scene. Yeah. And I think what happened here is she came out of the villa. Yeah, she came out of the villa. She saw all the edits, as I would too. And she was like feeling validated. So I think when she went on, she was like, oh, I'm ready to like speak my truth and say my bit. But I'm like, but you're also not giving credit where credit is due, because I feel like to Shelly and Alandria that is unfair. To Hannah, to Amaya, who you never apologized to early on. You know, like, you never confronted her about
That's the thing, like, she's doubling down. Like, she's in the interview and she's not like, oh my God, yeah, like, Amaya and I are best friends. When she first came on, I overreacted. I can't believe I reacted like blah, blah, blah when she was trying to talk to Jeremiah. Instead, she's like, I mean, yeah, when she came on, did you guys see? I don't know if you guys saw her or not, but, like, she tried to talk to Jeremiah and I was like, how do you do that to someone? And I'm like, so it's like watching her be very unhealed, watching her take just like, oh, okay, I feel like you could see that Alex too was like, oh, it's not seeping in. It's not registering what I'm asking.
Yeah.
Some of the questions I'm like, because she would be like, okay, but Huda, like, do you get that? And I'm like, no, she's not getting it.
Pivoting, but staying on course, did you see that Huda's hanging out with one of Miguel's friends?
No.
Yeah.
Ooh.
I don't know what his name is, but they're holding hands.
Already?
They're holding hands. They're walking around London town. Is it London? No, LA. Where the hell is she? No, there is literally came out this morning. This whole episode is going to be me on my phone.
Also, can I be a bitch? I think that Huda pretending to be like, oh, I shouldn't have slept with him. Shouldn't have slept with, as in Jeremiah. Shouldn't have slept with Jeremiah. Like, that's all he wanted from me. You were in the villa together for 3 to 4 days. Why are you sleeping with him already? Period. I don't know if people, like, last season of Love Island, like, people that were in the villa for the entire time didn't sleep together. It's weak. Like, I'm just really confused.
Yeah.
Why are you sleeping with Jeremiah on day 4? And then to be like, I'm not a mom. That's not my whole personality. That's not my whole story. But, like, can you imagine what the fuck are you doing if you're like, I'm going to sleep with you, but I'm not going to tell you I'm a mom. But then afterwards, I'm going to be like, by the way, I have a kid. She's 4.
Yeah.
You don't make sense. Why are you sleeping with someone who, it's not like a one night stand, I'm dipping. You're staying here sleeping with this guy and then going to tell him about your daughter after that?
Yeah.
Why are you, like, I just don't get it. Even with Chris, like, why are you sleeping with them so quick? And then she's like, guys, don't do that. It's like, you already know that, though.
Yeah.
You're playing stupid. You already know that.
That was a bad idea from the get.
And that's what I'm saying. Like, for her to be like, I just learned my lesson on that. It's like, dude.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. So it's interesting seeing what she's saying. And it's also interesting seeing that Shelly and Alandria, wait, let me pause.
Yeah.
Because here's a guy that Miguel's friend. I don't know who he is.
Oh. Louis and Huda seen together. Wait, interesting. Mm-hmm. Oh, I think he's Miguel's roommate.
Oh.
I think. I'm pretty sure it's her roommate. Also, I don't hate Huda, by the way. Like, I saw Huda's crash outs and was watching the show and was like, you're messy and annoying. Like, you would annoy me if I was in the villa. But, like, I think she's just, like, clearly working through her shit. So this isn't even me coming from, like, oh, I hate her or anything.
Yeah,
I'm
no,
just
agreed.
What
like,
are you doing?
There's parts of her that I'm like, oh, I can get why you would, need that moment. And then there's parts where I'm like, I don't know. So I just feel like for 50% of it, there's a lot of, like, okay, what she's saying. Like, yeah, absolutely. Yes, I'm here with you. And then there's, like, she just takes it one step too further where you're like, let's come right back. And I feel like a lot of that is her just working through.
Or, like, maybe when she gets validated, she goes a little further.
Mm-hmm.
Where she'd be like, yeah, I am right. And you know what? Also, poor thing, everything throughout the interview, she would be like, and I don't care. But it's like her eyes literally are, like, screaming that she cares.
Yeah.
You know? I'm like, you don't have to do that. It's okay that you care. The one thing that sounded so valid is she's like, when I thought all of America hated me, and I'm like, oh my God, like, now my daughter is going to be known as, like, everybody's going to know that her mom's the most hated person that gave me a panic attack. Valid. That would absolutely give me a panic attack, too.
Yeah. So that's what I'm saying. Like, I get it, but I don't. So I want to root for her, but sometimes she makes it hard. So, like, yeah, it's, and we're not even at the reunion yet. We're like 2 days out.
So curious about the reunion's gonna be like.
Who knows? Maybe we start Chop Love Island. We don't know how this is gonna be edited, so I
think it's fine. We started Love Island. I think that's juicy.
Okay.
But
I literally just said to Sana. Oh, sorry.
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead.
No. What were you gonna say?
No, I was gonna say I literally just said to Sana, like, okay, we did the Love Island bait because that's been, like, sitting on our chest for however many days. now let's talk about the elephant in the room, like your fibroids. And she's like, you think that's the elephant in the room? And I'm like, yeah, we posted that you had fibroid procedure.
Yeah.
And you're like,
every time Amna calls it a procedure, it genuinely kills me. She's
because
like, she
surgery
had a
feels
procedure.
like way too serious.
But it is a surgery.
I know, surgery in my mind, they're cutting you fully open.
Yeah.
So procedures, like, they're not fully slicing. There's no scalpel involved. It's like a poke type thing. You know what I mean? So it is a surgery. It's a procedure.
No.
A medical.
Valid. To me, I was calling it a procedure too until it felt like a surgery. I was like, this is the one that's real surgery. Because I was doing that too. I kept being like, it's just a procedure.
It's just a little
procedure. Yeah. No worries, guys. Then they show me the thing inside me, and it's like a fucking massive baby alien. And I'm like, what is that?
It is like...
Wait, should I show them the photo?
Yeah. Trigger warning, visually. You might see...
Trigger warning, visual.
Visual trigger warning. You might see like a weird alien. It looks
is that weird if I show them? No, right?
I would
do
to
it.
See it.
Yeah, let me bring it. Hold on.
Yeah, dude, you guys, Theo's been sitting down here, by the way, like next to my feet this whole episode, and I want him so badly to come out.
But what I was saying is, it literally felt like a full surgery. I go in there, I come out.
Is your mic picking up the...
Dude!
This is the laptop.
Dude, we need to go back in studio.
Guys, I feel like... no, I love it here.
Me too. What do we do? Colton? Come here.
Don't watch us in despair.
Dude, this is so bad.
Okay.
Do I even do it? Or do I end with the paper here? Okay, so what I was saying was, because I'm like, I have to tell them about the whole thing too.
Yeah. What do we do?
Okay, I'm going to try, and whatever or otherwise we'll cut it. So basically I was saying that, like, I went in thinking, like, oh, it's going to be this, like, not little, but I'm like, it's a procedure. Like, they have to put me out and put me to sleep for a while, but, like, it's just a procedure. And then they're like, you'll be intubated. And I was like, what? I'm sorry? What? They're like, you won't even feel it till after. You might be sore. And I'm like, you're going to put something down my throat? But I'm going to be asleep. I won't even know, and I'll wake up, and that's so fucked.
That is scary.
So anyways... I go in, I come out, and I'm thinking just a little procedure. Then they show me the photos, and I'm like, oh, this is like a whole, like, it's like an alien baby. Just like inside me. So these are my insides.
Ta-da. Before, after, we're treating this like the me at the mouth.
Dude, I don't know if this is like, why am I like scared I'm going to get in trouble? Don't get mad.
YouTube, don't get mad.
Yeah, what if they're like, what
against the rules? It's not
It's
real.
medical.
Yeah.
Allegedly, this is my fibroid.
Allegedly.
Okay, so guys, I don't know what these are. I'm assuming it's something with my uterus, but this is the fibroid. It looks like a freaking human head. And this is after they like pew pew pew, like freaking laser radio frequency attacked it from all around. So it's gotten smaller than this. I was showing my friends yesterday, and they're like, the after's a lot worse. And I'm like, no.
I'm like, enough. You have to hold it up for them.
The after is worse. But yeah, so basically what happened was, guys, I had gone to the OBGYN. What do I do with this?
Here, I don't know.
Thank you. Thanks. I went to the OBGYN, right? And I'm telling you guys this so that you know to do this too. So I had been trying to lose weight for a long time, lost a lot of weight, was like, let me go to the OBGYN, let me make sure that everything is good and in order because I have PCOS, let me make sure everything's okay, and then Muzi and I can start thinking about trying for kids. I'm about to be 32, like, I need to get my life together. So anyway, so I'm like going to my appointment, and this is the first time that I've had a male OBGYN. Like, Amna had a male OBGYN recently. Somebody else did recently. And I'm like, you know what? I'm going to try it. So I go in. He literally, like, I'm talking to him. He was super nice. He's, like, physically touching my, like, abdomen area. And then he does the physical exam. And he's like, yeah, you have, like, a massive fibroid. Like, at least one massive fibroid. And he was asking, like, you don't feel pain from it? Because I guess that's an early sign is, like, people would feel pain and stuff. And I'm like, no, I don't really have any pain. He's like, do you, like, we were talking about bleeding. And I would have months of, like, bleeding twice a month, and my period did randomly like a year or two ago. It was like after I got married, I think. Okay. Maybe a year after I got married. My period got really heavy. Yes. Like I used to be a person that could do tampons and I'd be totally fine. And that was like fine for my flow. And it became so bad where I was like soaking through pads and I was like, this is so abnormal for me. Like I don't normally bleed this much. And then I would some months get a period twice a month and I'm like, this is fucking weird. So I was trying to track it, but it wasn't really making sense. But it was on and off enough. And most times the response is like, women's bodies, we never really know. Like that's kind of what the response was. So I was like, okay. So anyways, when I went to him, he's like, yup, that would make sense. And he's like, but I'm shocked you didn't have any pain. I'm like, no, I really didn't. I would have dull aching sometimes. And he's like, that could be it. But he basically was like, if you leave this here, it's just going to keep growing. Like they don't stop growing. So he's like, it's, and I know a lot of you have been going through like similar stuff. So talk to me. But like, he was like, it's not going to stop growing. And I was like, okay. So he was like, your options are a myectomy, which I hope I'm saying it right. I don't know. But that's basically like you go in, cut open, like fully remove the fibroid. The other option, which is a way more severe option, which is like was not obviously recommended for mine, but that would be like a hysterectomy, which is like you fully remove everything. But the myectomy would go in, they would remove the fibroid physically. And then it would like that. But then if and when I ever got pregnant, it would just have like some more complications. So basically the surgery I ended up getting was a laser radiofrequency ablation. Yes, that's what it was called. Yeah, and it was an ablation of uterine fibroids. Fibroid was sitting like on top of my uterus. I had gotten an ultrasound. It was confirmed from the ultrasound. Then I had scheduled a surgery, basically. So I go in for the surgery. I've never had surgery before for anything. So I was a little bit nervous, but I was mostly like fine. I feel like everybody that asked was like, are you scared? And I was like, I'm okay, but I'm a little scared to go under, but like otherwise I'm okay. And then went in, I was in the hospital like all day. Basically, they zapped it all around with lasers and it caused it to like bleed out and stuff. And it caused it to shrink. And then it should cause the fibroid texture to go from like a hard like baseball to like a soft marshmallow, so that if I want to get pregnant, or also like even if you're not trying to get pregnant, by the way, to have it can cause other complications. It can get larger. Turns out the moms in our family had it. We didn't even know. So like it can cause other problems. So regardless, I would have had to deal with it, but it is good that I found it. So if you're someone that like has any of the things I'm talking about, make sure you get it checked, because I had gone to a doctor a year and a half before that and they didn't tell me anything about it.
That's crazy.
And even this doctor was shocked. He's like, how the fuck did they not tell you?
It's crazy to me that, because you would think that you would go to a doctor and they would check everything all at once, and then they give you this false sense of hope. And this has been something that you've been dealing with for so long.
And for example, just so you guys know, and I'm being like totally honest right now, I have not tried to get pregnant in the last year or anything, but I was thinking about it and I was like, let's say the last time I went to the doctor, I was like, hey, I got everything checked. This is what everything's looking okay. I'm just going to try. I've been married a couple, like, why wouldn't I? Right. So like it could have been that, like I could have tried and I could have miscarried like several times.
Yeah.
That my new doctor was like, you could have gone up to like 18 weeks. You could have had a really late term miscarriage. You could have had really bad complications. Like all these other things could have happened. And I'm like, oh, because there's not enough space for a baby to grow while the fibroid. Some people have fibroids, by the way. They're not that big. Some people have like 20 fibroids. So everybody's situation is also very different. There's like, they like don't understand anything about it like that yet.
Which is insane.
Yeah, they really don't. Also, did you know that only like 30 years ago were women included in research and like studies, like medical studies?
Which is absolutely crazy to me.
If you guys, like there are a lot of women who have been having like severe, or like we're learning now that cardiovascular problems and cardiac health in women, there's like so many random deaths of like women having heart attacks randomly, or like things like that happening, but like there's no research on it.
No, it's actually crazy, because even Sana is saying that like so much runs on our mom's side. Like I have PCOS. I got diagnosed way later than Sana.
Yeah.
Sana has PCOS. Like obviously she
Which
just
I might not anymore, apparently.
Oh.
He was like, oh yeah, your cysts aren't large, like they don't classify as PCOS. And I was like, I'm confused, you guys.
What were they looking at before?
I literally don't know. So yeah, maybe I do feel like I do with the other symptoms of it. But yeah,
we have like so much hair loss. Or somebody commented on a video that had nothing to do with hair loss. I'm sure you guys can see our scalp every time we're laughing or like hunched over
like
like
you see
this.
my extension tracks.
Yeah, I'm like, we're so comfortable. We're like, yeah, go get a snack. Recording. Okay, great. But Sana was telling me that our grandma and Hala were telling her that my mom had such a big fibroid procedure and had an infected one, and I didn't even know that. I'm like, don't you guys think that it would be important to tell us, hey, go get your fibroids, go get this checked, go get that checked, because your entire family is like, has everything you could possibly get, so maybe you guys should. You know what I mean? So that's crazy that they just, I don't know. And then on top of that, though, you have doctors that don't even check everybody's everything. And then you assume that you can trust them and that you can go and you can get things checked out, and then come to find out years later you're undiagnosed and it's infected and you have to have a bigger surgery, not even just a procedure anymore.
It looks so good.
Oh, thank you.
Just watching from here. Okay.
Where did you leave off about your fibroid?
Okay, yeah. So anyways, my point was get it checked. And then I'm just saying it could have caused like other issues and stuff. And then I've talked to so many girls that have like so many that they've had to get removed differently. And I'm just like, this is so crazy that we didn't know, but...
Yeah, and what's crazy, not what's crazier, but what's also crazy is that Sana had fully timed this out, like, okay, guys, I'm going to have my procedure Wednesday. Everyone come over because we were all going to take shifts because Muzi works, so, like, we want to make sure someone's with her. So we're not anticipating the worst recovery. And Sana's like, by Sunday, everyone leave me alone. I have a couple of days off. She thought she was going to read and
guys, I started making lists of things to do. I was like, make an LTK.
Yeah.
Fix your Amazon storefront. Get your emails in order.
Yeah.
You know, like I was like, let me get all these things done that I haven't thought about getting done.
And the recovery process has gone like all kinds.
It's been a weird roller coaster.
A wild roller coaster that nobody prepared you for. No. Nobody really anticipated.
No.
Okay, real quick, were you scared? So, do you remember anything about when you were going under though? Because that's what you were most afraid of.
I was so afraid of that. I remember, and I have like 3 incisions from the surgery, by the way. But I'm with Muzi. They're like stabbing me and trying to get blood stuff set up, and then they wheel me into the surgery room or the operation room. It's like cold as fuck in there and like a lot of lights and like stuff, and I'm like kind of looking around and the nurse sees me getting kind of nervous and she's like, relax, like don't pay attention to any of this stuff. I was like, okay. The anesthesiologist had come to talk to Muzi and I earlier and like explain everything. They were really nice. So when I got in, they started, you guys, I thought I would feel myself going to sleep. I remember talking to the nurses and the anesthesiologist for like maybe 2.5 minutes. And then the next thing I remember is waking up. I'm fully bandaged and I'm like opening my eyes and I'm like, did it happen? Like, did I just fall asleep? Like, did it even happen? And they were like, oh, it happened. And I was like, okay. And
amazing.
They were like, yeah, the surgery went well, whatever. It took me a while to wake up. So Muzi did tell me that he was getting nervous at some point because he's a resident. So he was very
comfortable.
I also was so annoying, by the way, every time a new doctor would walk in, or like the anesthesiologist walked in, my doctor who was doing my surgery walked in, the nurses walked in. Every time someone walked in, I was like, yeah, it's okay. He's a resident. You can talk to him. Because I'm like, I want them to make sure that they know that someone can like understand what you're saying, and I don't know why it makes me feel an extra sense of security, but right. I was like, but he was like not trying to tell anyone, and I'm like, Muzi,
I've noticed they all do that where they're like, don't say that I'm a doctor, maybe because they feel like the other person is gonna get offended or think that,
I don't know, but I'm like, no,
I feel like it's helpful because we were in that situation a lot whenever it came down to my mom, because my mom like, one, her English is not that great, so we have a family of doctors, so we would do the same thing where we're like, tell them, they're gonna translate it to us. Oh,
no, I'm just moving it.
Tell them and translate it to us. So I feel like I would think the same thing, that it's like more helpful. And I feel like if I was a doctor coming in and then you told me that, I'd be like, oh wow, blah blah.
Yeah, as soon as I would tell them, they would sit and talk with Muzi for a long time, and it was really nice. And I was like, I feel more secure. But anyways, surgery was done, wheeled me out. I went home that day, and then the recovery for the first few days was pretty tough. Like I had to have someone with me at all times. So like, Muzi would have work. My mom, Rob's, Amna, came in like literal shifts. You guys, thank God for women in your family. Like I kept thinking that. I'm like, dude, they have food ready to go. They are vacuuming. They're taking the dog out. Just like anticipating your needs. I'm like, this is just like insane. You know?
Yeah,
like,
it really does take a village.
Yeah, and I'm like,
really
I
does.
really thought it'd be so simple. I'm like, one person will be here this day. But then even through the weekend, it was like, who's going to be there with her? Because we would forget, like, okay, like somebody has to water the plants or take Theo out. Or like, I can't get in and out of bed without someone's help. And it would take a lot of, because it was in my abdomen.
Don't want her like lifting heavy.
I could not even lift myself.
Around. Yeah,
I literally couldn't even lift myself. So I would need like my mom or Rabia or Muzi, even in the middle of the night to use the bathroom, like they would have to help me up. And Muzi too, dude, every day had work, and then in the middle of the night would come with me. I would wake him up. He would help me up, get to the bathroom. My mom is making food. You're cleaning. Rabia's taking care of Theo. Muzi's taking care of my like meds and everything. Like everybody's doing stuff, and I'm just like, I feel so useless and incapable of anything. But also, I thought that the recovery would feel like, okay, like I'm moving and grooving quickly. But I literally was like, how does anyone get elective surgery? Like this is such a serious recovery. And how does anyone get elective surgery? I kept thinking about moms who have had C-sections. I'm like, how do you have the pain in your abdomen post-surgery?
And there's now a baby.
And now there's a baby. And like, or like moms that have had any other surgery. Like, I'm like, am I just like a pussy ass bitch? Like, why am I having such a hard time?
No, it's your first surgery, and like, it is scary, you know, and then like, what were you gonna do if nobody was there? You know, just crawl your way around, like either way, like in my mind, I literally was like, okay, this is like a little test run into when someone's pregnant or has a baby, like this is good, like we're all establishing.
The way we all run each other's houses is perfect.
Yeah, like I truly, you guys, because I slept over last night too. I'm like, I live here now. Like this is my life now. Yeah. This is my studio. This is my job. This is my life.
100%. When I go to your house, it's the same. And I feel like it's just be so grateful for the women in your lives and hold it so close. Because I just feel like it's so, a man could just never, even the anticipating of needs, you know, like a man could just never, like, it was just really sweet.
It is really sweet. And it's your mom actually, because, you know, obviously Hala and I have been texting about like, okay, what day, backtracking, one, you have made great progress. Give yourself some credit. Yeah, like you started making progress.
I'm doing really good now, by the way. Really quickly. Surgery was like a week and almost a half ago, which is crazy. Yeah. My bandages haven't fallen off yet.
Were they supposed to?
Mm-hmm. Oh. I have a follow-up next week. Like recovery is going really well. I did have 2 days of like hormonal like insanity,
which nobody prepared you
I had no clue that would even happen. I had no idea it was coming. I talked to Chat and like other people that have gone through like similar surgeries, and they're like, yep, that can happen. And I'm like, you guys, the way my emotions were so heightened, my rage was so insane. I could not calm down. I was like scared of myself almost. Like I was in almost like fight or flight. Muzi told me I was in fight or flight mode. He's like, your body keeps going into like fight or flight mode. It was like a chemical
reaction. And again, it's one of those things that everyone told you about the physical, you know, recovery time. And even that, we kind of were like, okay, it'll be much different than that. Yeah. But like nobody mentioned the chemical hormonal imbalance that's going to like have you just completely switch.
Guys, I had no clue, and I literally was like it was so insane. And I truly thought by Saturday, Sunday, I was like, I had my nephew's birthday party on Saturday, I had a wedding on Sunday, and I was like, guys, my procedure is Wednesday. I'll be up and about. I'll be at the thing Saturday. I'll be at the thing Sunday. I'm gonna be working out by next Wednesday. I'll be fine. It's now the Saturday, the week after the surgery, and I'm still like, okay, I'm passing out. I'm like in pain. I have to take it easy. Literally,
like random moments where she's leaning and she's like, I'm getting dizzy. I'm like, maybe we should go sit down.
And I was like moving the furniture stuff yesterday, and I was like, I'm chilling. And then I was like, I'm not.
And I was like, sit down, please.
So she moved everything. But so some days have been fine, but overall it's been great. I'm glad I did it. But literally, I keep thinking about women who get like BBLs.
Yeah.
I'm like, I have 3 incisions on my abdomen, and I can barely stand up for the first few days. I couldn't stand up for the first few days. I was in so much pain going to the bathroom. I cannot imagine anyone that like physically, oh my god, like to have like a 360 BBL with like your legs, like to your have back, your
full
boobs,
makeover. Yeah, because I'm counting on that in my future. You know what
I mean?
I'm like, oh no, like what are we gonna do?
And I was like, you guys, this is kind of insane to put your body through that.
It makes sense. It makes logical sense. But we were like, just a quick little. But I was saying earlier that I was talking to your mom about like how we just kind of like understood what role to be in, where and when. And when I was talking to your mom was being so cute. She was like, thanks for taking such good care of her. And I was like, well, I learned from you and mama, because I was like, oh, like, we have watched our moms take care of each other, and like it was like a no-brainer. Like Khala's coming to Dallas, my mom is saying like we're gonna tag team this and she's gonna do this.
That is exactly what it felt like.
It was like the exact same routine.
Yeah, you guys especially. I feel like you guys went so into routine. Like
yeah, and she and I haven't had a moment to tag team like that in a minute. So we were like,
where you guys thrive. They definitely thrive in that.
Yeah, and again, it was so like it's such a good preview to like. Okay, so when one of us has kids, and then I started getting stressed. I'm like, okay, but what if we have it at the same time? Then what are we gonna do?
We're gonna have to move into one house.
Yeah.
We're gonna have to do shifts. No, I'm not joking. How are we supposed to take care of 2 babies in different houses with the moms?
I've been seeing those TikToks, because my TikTok thinks that I've been had kids, right? And my TikTok shows me it's like in Asia where women, they stay in like this beautiful hotel and they get taken care of.
Oh yeah, I've seen this.
And I'm like,
postpartum, right?
Yeah.
Dude, I've seen that. Dude, I know. It's going to be us here, my mom making panjiri or whatever.
Yeah, yeah.
But first we got to get through pregnancy.
Yeah, first we got to get through that with each other.
So more crash outs to come.
Yeah. But no one warned you about the hormonal stuff, and that was
so it just like took such a toll. I did not expect that. Yeah. But both ways, mentally and physically, I'm doing much better. I can't gauge if this surgery thing is turning into like a bigger deal than it needs to be or not. Like I can't gauge if it's like I'm like, it's fine, it's good. Really,
I thought I was being an ally. I was like, I'm taking
over
the social media. Don't worry about it, Sana.
You guys, Amna is like posting about Lupita Nyong'o's fibroid surgery, or like having fibroids, and she's like, I got. In June of whatever year, I got
an
Academy Award, and then that same year, I found I have a uterine fibroid. I'm like, Amna. She posted on the story, and I'm like crying, laughing. I'm like, Amna, what the fuck is this? She's like, what? Like, we're telling the people what's going on.
We're telling them that you are not alone, and this happens to everybody. And I didn't know that it's Fibroids Awareness Month, coincidentally. So I'm like, hello.
She sends me a picture, and she's like. She's like, hey, should I put this on the podcast story? And it's like Amna posting the Lupita Nyong'o thing, and then me, and then this whole like collage. She's so good at doing this, but she made like a collage thing, and she's saying like, hey, just wanted to raise awareness for Uterine Fibroid Awareness Month. I'm like, Amna, tone it down. Like, I can't. No, I don't want to be this. I'm not the spokesperson for uterine fibroids, dude.
I know, but you're a part of the community now. Good. So I feel like, dude, you guys also, because obviously she's been resting. Also, this is just something that is different between us. I can't breathe when there's one notification there. It doesn't matter from Snapchat, my Yahoo account. I have to touch the email, or it has to not be on my screen. Sana, if you open her phone, there's like 10,000
I have like 111 voicemails, 14,000 emails.
And you guys are so sweet, and you guys have been sending messages to Sana. And I have been like, Sana, I need you to log into Instagram and respond to the people, because they are like, you know what I mean? I'm like, it's Fibroid Awareness Month. You have to do this.
Whenever I hear Amna say the words fibroid or procedure, I'm so triggered. I'm like, shut up, you're mocking me. And she's like, no, I'm not.
I'm like taking it so seriously, and she's like, stop making fun of me as I'm like, tray of food. And I'm like,
it just feels ridiculous.
I know, even before your surgery. Yeah, I'm like, procedure, surgery. Even beforehand, I'm like, okay, like I should text her, right? Obviously, I'm going to text her and be like, good luck tomorrow, blah, blah, blah. And then I'm like, no, but this is like way too serious. Like, this is like making it way too serious. And I'm like, what if she dies? And then I never texted her. So then I'm texting her and I'm like, but that wouldn't be us. So I'm having such a hard time. I'm like, she's not even gonna read it.
Dude.
So, anyways.
5 days in, I was like asking Chad if I could eat crunchy curls. I was like, I need, like, yeah, so I'm
she
doing
was like,
good.
I'm going. She wanted to go to the party. I'm like, I don't think it's a good idea. I drove her to Dunkin'. She's like worn out. So
I was like,
she's like downplaying it, but she made a lot of progress, and you're doing much better.
I'm doing so much better.
Good. And it's led us, that whole situation has now led us to being here. So
to our beautiful new studio.
So who knows like where this is gonna take us. And now you've figured that out, and you figured it out early. And also anything that happens to Sana, I'm like, So
she's anticipating. Rimsha or Amna are always like, if something happened to Sana, we're anticipating it's going to happen to one of us in the future.
I'm like, oh, I probably have one, like I probably have a fibroid.
Speaking of, our nani and one of our khalas came to visit me yesterday?
Yeah.
2 days ago.
2 days ago.
2 days ago. Just to come check in, and they're so sweet too, brought food and all the stuff, but they're here and they're just like, yeah, like they were telling me about all the women in our family that have had like bad fibroids and had to have like really severe surgeries and hysterectomies and all this shit because of it, and I'm like, I'm turning 32, you chose now to tell me this information? You don't think that would have been helpful to know while we're out here like, no kids, we don't care, life is so, like, you don't think you should share that with us?
It's like anytime we come out with being like, oh yeah, learned I have PCOS today, oh yeah, learned I have a giant baby head fibroid just hanging out of my body, everyone's like, oh, actually your mom, your grandma, all your aunts, everyone
had to get their entire uterus removed
and you're
at
like,
35 because of the same thing, and we're like,
you didn't think to tell us that? I'm already at the doctor's office being like, there's really not much I can tell you that my family doesn't have.
And we're already, do you know that after, what, I don't know if it's 30 or 31, we're already going to be considered geriatric pregnancies? Did you know that? Like, we're immediately classified as a geriatric pregnancy.
Ew.
That's horrible.
No, that sucks.
That's so mean, too.
That's so mean.
Who came up with that? That's so mean. Why would you call it that? Maybe a mature pregnancy.
Yeah.
Why? Geriatric.
Geriatric is crazy.
But anyways,
also, oh my God, you guys, we haven't even talked about it.
What?
We hit 5,000.
We did. There's 5,000 of you.
We were so excited and anticipating it, and thankfully, like, as we were at 4,999, we're like, who's it gonna be?
4,999, and we're literally staring. Yeah.
I was doing the math, like 4,999. But yeah, we were so excited, and then when it hit to the 5,000, we were like, yes.
Well, then I hit 5,000, then one person dropped. I'm like, you're cruel, and then another person, and I'm like, we're like playing this emotion. I'm like, please just let it stick,
please. And now it's stuck, and now we're here, and it feels so crazy. I literally Googled 5,000 people in what that looks like, and then I was like,
you did? Yeah, I want to see. Let's put it right here.
Okay, let me
5,000 of them.
Yeah,
we'll
show you guys. Well, 5,000.
That's us, our family. Sitting in our armpits.
Yeah. And it's so cool because now it's starting to feel like we always say, like, we have a little girls club. We have a little, it's so fun in the DMs. But now it's starting to... Okay, so our camera died.
Camera died again.
We're done.
We have to go.
We have to go. But we wanted to just thank you guys for supporting us and commenting and liking and being so patient with us.
And talking to us
and sending us recommendations. We know this episode has been very, very, very chaotic. Hopefully by next episode we're going to be a little bit more refined
in the groove.
But we love you guys, and we're so happy to be back. We're so excited for what this could bring. And I don't know what else. I don't know what else we have to say, but we're so sorry. But thank you so much. We love you.
And thank you for being patient with us, and we love you.
Yes. Like, subscribe, comment, do all of it, and we'll see you guys very soon.
Bye.
Bye.